Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you are new. Today is Sunday and as always, new video, new vlog is live, and I'm super excited about that because I actually wanted to talk about injuries and how to deal with them and still progress, build muscle, lose body fat, be just as successful and go about it. And I feel like I have quite a bit of experience with that, working with clients and myself. I've had not crazy amount of injuries, but definitely some aches and pains, some minor injuries, some a little bit more, one actually more serious one with my calf, which is annoying because when you are injured in your lower body, you basically cannot do anything because when you think about it, even doing upper body movements, you still are using your legs to stabilize and stuff, so it can be tricky. However, there's still ways how you can go about it. So I wanted to start this video from actually explaining a little bit more how you can do that and how I am doing the same thing myself. And even now, I have some misalignments in my hips at the moment. Also some tightness. I'm working with massage therapist that I'm going for tomorrow. I'm going to be filming that as well. That we are working on that, of course, to release that tension, which is really helpful. However, it's not everything. You still need to do quite a bit of things to be successful. But it's definitely possible, although I know how frustrating it is training with injuries or feel that you are limited in certain lifts, or maybe you just can't do a certain lift. So to be short, what I'm doing myself, I'm actually really particular with my exercises, and right now that I'm having those hip lower back pain, I am cutting back on how much I'm lifting weight wise, but to keep the same volume, the intensity there, I'm adding a little bit more sets on some exercises, a little bit more reps, and still using lighter loads, but really progressively overloading the muscle still and seeing great results with that. Actually, recent studies came up about what is the perfect rep range for muscle growth, and should you go higher rep, should you go lower rep, and results are actually quite similar growth. Either you're going with higher or lower reps as long as you are pushing yourself to failure. Which with injuries, it's a lot safer to lift lighter but do just more reps, more sets. Of course, monitoring your recovery and frequency, because if you are under recovering, especially with injuries, eventually it's gonna get just worse, and then you can end up with even more serious injury if right now it's nothing too crazy, so you need to be smart with that. However, you can definitely grow muscle by doing higher rep ranges and still load the muscle properly. However, if you can do some exercises in lower rep ranges, and go super heavy, maybe isolate yourself, maybe if that's glutes, maybe isolate yourself with hip thrust and go quite heavy without injuring yourself. And then if you need to go lighter with RDLs or squats, you can do that and just go for higher rep, more intense sets, which I would argue are a lot harder than lifting. It cut me off because my alarm went off. However, basically by going heavier, it's easier, I would say, than going lighter, higher rep. However, you can still manage those things and make it work. So this is what I'm doing myself. Right now, of course, because of injuries, and not only that, I am cutting back on volume of my training volume because I found, of course, that it helps me to recover faster, feel good in the gym, all the joints are smooth, I'm recovered, I'm good to go. Injury it's not an injury for me. It's like my hip pain and my lower back, as I said, it doesn't bother me as much, and I feel like it is healing slowly. So cutting back on volume can be super helpful. Also, when dealing with injuries, it is important for you to not cut back on foods too much, or if any, because initially you can think, maybe I'm training less intense and I should go lower with food and stuff, but honestly, to recover any kind of injury and just in general recover better, you need to make sure that you are fueling enough and eating enough and giving your body enough nutrients, which helps you to deal with that injury too, just in general with muscle growth as well. So maybe you are injured in your lower body, but you can train your upper body more. So instead of having 2 days of upper body, you can have 3, maybe 4, just splitting everything smartly, of course, without overloading your body too much. You can still burn quite a bit of calories. You can still successfully progress, but you need to manage those things and make sure, as far as food goes, that you are eating enough and not cutting back on calories, because a lot of people makes the same mistake and it just prevents you from healing faster. So that's really, really important. And then again, choosing exercises the right way. If you found that any kind of lift triggers your pain, triggers your injury, whatever you're dealing with, of course you should avoid it. You know, I don't need to be telling you this, but I'm sure that sometimes when we want to progress as we were in the past, we kind of get married to certain exercises and it is so hard to let go, but eventually it backfires on us. So if you notice that any specific lift just makes things worse for you, stop it. Just don't do it for quite some time. Give your body a break. Sometimes those pains actually is just your body asking you to take a break from a specific lift, and then it's good to focus on another one. So just be smart with that. I made that mistake so many times before. When I got some pains, I pushed myself still hard on those exercises. It didn't feel comfortable, and eventually it, of course, I was in more and more pain, and just training wasn't pleasant until, of course, I realized that I need to stop, and then, of course, things started to get better again. So just be smart. You will heal way faster by just limiting those lifts or not lifting at all. Of course, I mean, not at all, but I mean just not doing exercises that makes things worse, or you feel even slight discomfort with. It's not worth it, I promise you. So with injuries, again, exercises that you can isolate super well without triggering your pain points will be the best option. And then because it's isolation exercises, you probably won't be able to push as heavy with weight, so you will be doing just higher rep sets and still progressively overloading this way. Sometimes what I even like to do is do a little bit heavier set with weight, and then when I want to kind of really finish off that muscle, I add a little bit of body weight work just straight away, kind of a last set, a finisher and stuff like that. I'm sure you notice if you watch my training videos. So this is what I do, this is what helps me, and hopefully it will give you some ideas for yourself. But of course, if you have any specific questions on that, please let me know. Maybe you want to talk, maybe you want to hear me talking a little bit more about rep ranges. I can do that. I am so interested in that stuff, and I feel like I have quite a bit of experience with that as well, with clients and myself. So there's that. And then of course, right now I am accepting new one-on-one coaching clients. All the results are here on my Laura's Coaching Instagram. You can apply below. The form is here, is below, link down below, and I will be emailing you back as soon as possible. And hopefully, if we are a good fit for each other, I will have you on my amazing team that I'm super proud of. Team, I mean, I do everything myself, but I mean team of my clients and me, because sometimes people get confused. They think that I am working with some other coaches. I'm not. I'm doing everything myself. I'm replying, I'm sending voice notes. I am just basically focused fully on my clients without giving my clients to other people, if that makes sense. So there's that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now let's move on into this beautiful vlog with recovery. Tomorrow is my rest day, so I will be filming quite a bit. My massage day is also tomorrow. Maybe I'll go to Pilates, I'm not sure. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just take full rest day. Maybe do some HIIT in the morning, I'm not sure, we'll see. But there's that. And now I need to begin editing another YouTube video that you are going to see, that you already saw actually. Yeah, you already saw. I'm so dumb, sorry. So there's that, and I'll see you in the next clip. Sorry for how I look and all this mess. I'm actually making mashed potatoes right now, but I was making till I got my delivery from Buff Bunny, and I'm shocked of how huge that box is. Just wait. I mean, what is happening over here, guys? I mean, but you know what? This is why, because they usually send their PR packages and these kind of things, but because they sent me a little duffel bag and a little mini backpack, they probably just had to do this. But it's funny. So I'm going to be filming the haul today or tomorrow the latest. Then editing, I will be linking it below, because I'm sure when this video is up, it's already live. New collection. Oh my goodness, I wanted everything, but of course I cannot get everything, but it's gorgeous. I cannot wait to try it on and to show you. And yeah, but I just wanted to show you how ridiculous it is, because when the lady came, I was like, okay, thank you. And I'm thinking, is it really my package? I mean, yeah, it's heavy and it's huge. So yep. Oh my god. But right now, yeah, I will be continuing to be making mashed potatoes with, actually I bought some crayfish today, which I haven't eaten, I don't know, in 10 years or something. I think the last time that I ate it, I was a child, and we just, yeah, so I'm kind of preparing it right now, as you can see. Yeah, so we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm super excited about it, but I guess it's a good source of protein, and I need to switch it up a little bit, because all of the beef that I'm eating and the same fish is kind of getting old, So yeah, that's my update, and I'll see you soon. It's the next morning, guys, and to be completely honest, I'm redoing this voiceover because I was done with everything, and then my editing app crashed and I no longer have it. So just bear with me. Basically, I was so rushing to go for my cardio that I spilled over all of my EAAs on the ground, and the worst part is that it actually had a little bit of apple cider vinegar. So my apartment smelled amazing, as you can probably imagine, but I guess it is what it is. So this is me getting ready for the cardio, kind of procrastinating a little bit, which honestly, I'm not doing anything crazy. I just did 3 minutes of HIIT cardio on air bike, which to be honest is really, really difficult on the lungs, but it's really good and I enjoy how I feel afterwards. And after I was done with that HIIT session, I ended up doing a little bit of stairs, I believe 20 minutes or 25 minutes, something like that. I'm not doing too much cardio. It's just for me to wake up and move my body and make sure that my heart is healthy, because it's good and fun to lift weights, but you still gotta take care of your heart, and just in general, it really improves your training performance as well, because if you are lacking cardiovascularly, you don't have a good endurance, it's not gonna help you to lift the weights better, so that's really important. And I ended up doing some stretches, which honestly I am surprised how consistent I am with those, and I feel like I'm getting better, which is even more motivating to continue, because when I used to be so flexible and then I stopped stretching, I was just so defeated when I barely could do a split. So that was defeating, and I don't want to go back to that point. So now I'm keeping my stretching routine consistent and daily, And if you want to improve your stretches, you should actually stretch daily at least once, not every other day, daily, because it really makes a big difference and it really helps you to see improvements faster. And just stay consistent with everything. You know, it's really, really important for recovery as well, for mobility, flexibility, all of those things. And we want to be mobile, so that's really, really key, especially when we lift heavy weights. You know, it's so easy for the body to become stiff. But yeah, so now you can see I'm doing my morning routine, my makeup, my favorite part of the morning, creating a new makeup look. And I just got some messages on Instagram from girls asking how I do my makeup, and it really flattered me because I love makeup, I love creating looks, and if people are noticing that and they love what I create, it honestly just makes me so happy. And what I love is actually been loving creating more of a pinky looks with pink blush, with pink eyeshadow. I even bought a new glitter eyeshadow, which is completely pink. And some, of course, pink lipstick or lip liner, all of those things. And then again, on the eyes, I'm adding more glitter, which is pink as well. And it has those little pink hearts, which I'm trying not to overload my eyes with glitter either. I'm trying to keep it modest because sometimes I'm having so much fun and then I look at the mirror and I'm like, wow, does it look like I should wear it like during the day? Is it naturally looking enough? You know, is it not too much? But I guess it is what it is. This is what I love. So I added a couple glittery hearts on my eyes, and I feel like it just makes everything pop. And as you can see, I'm adding more effects on my videos to really make you entertained probably. And just for me, it's fun to create more of a dynamic vlogs, I guess. So I really hope you're enjoying that. I know I'm talking a lot about probably unnecessary things here, but I'm just trying to keep you entertained, and my train of thought sometimes is quite interesting. But yeah, so as you saw, I was done with makeup, then I'm making my breakfast and I cannot stop eating. I'm so impatient with my breakfast, honestly, because I'm always feeling hungry. So as always, I'm making cottage cheese curd cakes or pancakes or however you want to call it. It tastes amazingly and it really makes it easy to meet your protein intake, because honestly, just here it's pretty much 40 to 45 grams of protein. It's such a little portion, which is crazy. And it's, as I said, it's super simple. I don't feel heavy. I don't feel stuffed afterwards. I feel amazing, good, ready to go to start my day. And for this time, because it's rest day, actually will be going to Pilates that you're gonna see, and I will speak a little bit more on that soon. And yeah, so as you see here, I last minute decided to book the class because I wasn't sure if I will be going to the Pilates, but then again, quick update, guys. So I was trying to film my morning with all of those cinematic things and just nice transitions and stuff, and I realized that I still didn't eat my breakfast, and I've got like 15 minutes to go. So I ate quickly, and now I'm running to the Pilates class that I just actually booked 2 minutes ago, because you know I don't want to risk knowing me that I can be late, so it's better for me to book last minute, of course, if there's available spots. But I look that there is, so we are good to go, and I'll update you a little later. And oh, look at my scarf. I love it, and it's so warm, and it makes me happy. The color makes me happy. So because it was last minute decision, I was rushing so hard, but honestly I came on time and even a little earlier. So I secured my spot near the mirror where I can see myself, and I feel like it's super helpful, because when you don't know how to do things, you feel super silly when you cannot see yourself. So mirror always helps. And one thing that I wanted to speak on actually is rest days. And although it is my rest day, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't move at all. You know, a lot of people make that mistake. They think that rest day is something that you should just lie on a couch, do absolutely nothing. This is not how it's supposed to be. You still can move your body. It is really, really good for recovery, for your mental health. And many people that are super into fitness, they are struggling to take their rest days because they think that they need to be, as I said, lying on a couch or something, which you shouldn't. You can do yoga, you can do stretching, you can just go shopping or just walk with a friend or something like that, and just move your body, because it really, really helps you, not only mentally but physically. It's just when we are taking rest days, we are just taking that rest day from lifting weights and giving our body a break. But doing something light is totally fine, and this is one of the reasons why I love Pilates, and lately I've been enjoying it more and more, especially with this coach. I feel like it was a little bit more relaxing and fitted my body a bit better, which I'm gonna speak on after these clips will be done. I also tried to film a little bit of this session, but honestly I just didn't want it to bother everyone and just set it up my iPhone and stuff. I just felt weird, but I filmed a little bit, but just a few clips just for you to see what I was doing, and that was pretty much it for that day. I managed to be on time, and honestly I even came a little earlier, so I got the opportunity to get a spot with a mirror, so that was amazing. I was able to see myself, and to be honest, wait a second, sorry, there's quite a lot of people. So it was a different coach, again a female this time, and I think I definitely liked this session the most out of all of those four, just because it was more chill, more relaxing, more rest day vibes, but it was great. She really cared for girls not to do anything that would feel uncomfortable. I mean, in a bad way, because to be honest, last week we got a woman, she was super intense, and I felt like all the exercises she was showing, I mean not all, but majority of them, maybe I'm just weak, but they just felt wrong. And I felt like even girls there that were killing it, even some of them were confused with some exercises, which I feel she was trying to invent something and make it more intense, which, the more intense isn't always right. It's the same thing with lifting weights, regular stuff like barbell, RDL, squats, hip thrusts will always work. And then when you start implementing exercises like, I don't know, running, jumping, squatting, lunging at the same time, it just becomes a disaster. So I felt like that was the vibe last time, and this time it was really controlled, really slow, stretching, of course core work, which was amazing. I really want to work on my abs more, and if we can work a little bit more on the core there, it's just amazing. So overall I definitely rate this session 10 out of 10 compared to previous ones, because with the guy it's fine, but it still feels a little bit like he doesn't know what he's doing. Although for me to judge what's right and what's wrong, it's quite soon, because it was only 4 sessions for me. But I still feel like right now I can kind of judge what it is right and what is not so right, if that makes sense.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new, 'cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you, baby.
Okay guys, so this is my second meal. I just came back after grocery shopping after Pilates. I just filmed Book Bunny's a little try on haul, although they just launched yesterday, so I'm late again because my package got stuck at customs and it's a mess. But good things is that I'm going for therapy today, massage therapy I mean. So I told you in the beginning of this vlog that I'm going to be showing you how I'm dealing with pains, injuries, and still progressing. So this is what we are going to do today. And I'm sorry for speaking with full mouth, but honestly, I'm so hungry.
When we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the
Cheers, guys. I overcooked it again. But it's
mountain or some shit like that. But as you climb the temple steps, you get more and more jacked, which you just make the climb more difficult because you finish the steps for like 3 with 0% life. Something I typically walk around. Hey folks, Dr. Mike here for Renaissance Peers Aces, and make sure that your program or your approach to any kind of the recovery stuff doesn't check any of the boxes we don't want checking. So it just keeps you right on the straight and narrow. Like if aliens came to Earth and they're like, how does this highway system thing work?
melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, 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 oh, 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 oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you.
What are you gonna see?
Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again. To see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
My tripod, so it doesn't hold, it doesn't stand still. Oh, so it's gonna be a mess, and I don't know where to get another one because I bought this in USA, and we'll see. You see, it's shifted. We need to get rid of this. What the fuck? Better. Here we go. Honest, I don't know how I will manage it because it's just the entire tripod, you see? It's gonna be so annoying. So sad. So what I'm actually planning to do right now is to start my shoulder and arm day with some hits on air bike. Maybe just 3 minutes as always, or maybe I'll increase up to 5. But if I will be increasing up to 5, then I'm gonna do shorter, intense cycling periods, like 20 seconds instead of 30, and for rest 40 instead of 30. So a little bit more rest, which is longer duration, if that makes sense. Hey guys, so to be honest, it seems that I'm not getting better, but I'm getting worse every single time. And today, what the fuck? I can't even breathe. Oh my gosh. Okay, this shift really annoys me. I'm off a little bit. Time to move on into training part of the video, and honestly I would love to do more real voiceovers when I am training. However, it is difficult to do just because I don't have a microphone, and then I get copyrighted by YouTube and I cannot monetize my videos. It happened several times before, so I'm being a little more careful. So this was a pretty heavy shoulder day, and although it was pretty quick, I absolutely loved it because I was able to get such a great pump. And I found that especially for my upper body and my shoulders, it is really hard for me to grow them. But what really made a big difference quite recently, I reduced my upper body's volume quite a bit, and I'm noticing such big gains. So I feel like I should be starting to do that even more for my lower body in order to grow it. And I feel like I'm gonna see a bit better results with my lower body. Although I'm not having that much troubles with my lower, I still can improve, and I feel like I am overdoing a little bit still. So this is what I'm planning to do. But basically I am focusing on just one pressing or two sometimes pressing movements on my shoulder days. Then of course 1 or 2 for laterals, because it is really important to target your middle delt if you want to have rounder shoulders. Then of course 1 exercise or 2 exercises for front delt, which this time it was ropes with some plate holds, which I absolutely love. I feel like it is burning my front delt quite a bit, and this is actually the weakest part of my shoulder because I feel like I have quite a good rear delt, mediocre side delt, and of course front delts are lacking. So I'm trying to really focus on front delt exercises when I'm doing them. I'm really present. Of course I should be like this all the time, but sometimes it's just a lot of thoughts comes into my head and it is a little difficult to be just as focused, but I'm trying my best and I feel like it is working.
This year it's just gonna be you and me, hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be?
Arms isn't my favorite thing to do, but it is that day, so.
Our Christmas memories. Oh oh, la 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 la. Oh oh, la 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 la. Oh oh.
So as you saw, I was trying to speak in the gym, but my microphone is my headphone, so the sound wasn't the best quality. So this is what I need to improve on. Maybe get a microphone for me to be able to reduce the background noise, and then of course make the sound better quality, which I always love to improve on my videos, and especially that there's more and more of you watching my videos. I feel like it's the time for me to improve and soon invest in a better microphone as well. So yeah, this is pretty much what I did. In the end, I did just a few exercises for my arms as well, like bicep curls and then overhead tricep extension, which honestly, lately I've been loving this exercise. I feel like it is really challenging and my triceps are fried after that. Okay guys, so workout is done pretty quickly. Honestly, I think it took me an hour, and also including all of the filming with my broken tripod. That's pretty good. So at the end of the workout, I didn't do abs today. Maybe I'll do it later. I'm just doing a little bit of stairs now, so we'll see how it looks post. But I mean, after I was done with shoulders, I started with some hips. So initially I did only 3 minutes, 30 seconds on, 30 slow pace off. And then again, I finished my workout with 3 more minutes, no, actually 4 minutes of HIIT. And I did 20 seconds on right now and 40 seconds off on a slower pace, which felt easier, I guess, on my lungs. And of course, I gave my all, but post-workout, it's not like I have a crazy amount of energy, you know, so it was pretty good still. But I'm just finishing off with some stairs, because honestly, it's so cold right now that I would rather just get a little bit more steps in the gym than during the day. Of course, as I said, in this season, I'm not worried at all about my steps or anything like that. But I just found that it's really good with my appetite, energy. For example, if I sit for too long or just not getting a lot of steps, I mean, not a lot, but just way less steps than I usually do, I just start to feel sluggish during the day. I'm tired and I cannot work. Even doing any kind of brain stuff, it's just impossible. So I found that if I move a little bit more and I am a little bit more active, it just really helps with my energy and motivation and stuff. So this is what I'm doing, and yeah, probably gonna stop talking because honestly, I'm so afraid for my videos to get copyrighted because it keeps happening when I speak in the gym because of the background music. So even if now it happens, I will be annoyed. So that's pretty much it. That's my update. A little bit more stairs, then maybe a little bit more stretching after, and maybe 1 or 2 sets of abs. Basically, I decided to do some stretching, so I will be trying to set it up. But as you know, this thing is broken.
Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hanging by the fire chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, yeah. I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
So we thought that it's a good idea to end this vlog with a little update. I am preparing to go to the theater. So I'm going to be fixing my face a little bit because it's late in the day and I feel like all of my makeup already looks not as good. Then fix my hair a little bit. I have only 20 minutes, but I'm gonna do that. And I'm going to be wearing another outfit that hopefully I will have time for you to show and to film. Which honestly, going to theater is super fun, and what I love also is just dressing up something nicer than the gym clothes, you know. So I'm really enjoying that. I just done eating my muffins, which I didn't film this time, and I will be leaving the last portion, although I'm not hungry at all. I'm not sure why, but I'm not hungry at all. My last portion when I come back, and of course it's gonna be late, it's gonna be at night. which I'm not used to eating. Honestly, I would be going to the bed in an hour because I wake up so early, but now since I'm going to theater, it's gonna take me a little longer to go to bed and stuff, but I'm still excited for that. And yeah, so that's my update. I'm gonna listen for Christmas songs a little bit while I'm dressing up and stuff, and you'll see